My fire ring's crooked, Mary. Or my phone is, one or the other. Maybe it's my phone. That's better. What's going on, Mary? We had a whole pile of pizza boxes, and it was a nice night with no wind. So it was a good night to burn. So, you know, when I burn, I got to turn on the fire chat. That'll sizzle down here in a minute, and then I can throw some more logs on there. Yo, Closet. Gambler won you $50 million on your Missouri ticket. Well, there was that too. Oh, you had a bestie come in from Louisville? That's cool. Yeah, he figured you was eating. I had pizza tonight. Yeah, we got a nice full moon tonight. Let me tilt the camera up so you can see it through the flames. You see the moon up there? It's a nice bright one if you can get outside and you don't have clouds. We got a big old moon tonight. You had a salad. That sounds so delicious and filling. I bet you're just so stuffed and bloated. Nothing like a good old yummy salad to fill you up on a Saturday night. Yep.
That's pretty with the moon and fire out there.
Say hi to YouTube. Mrs. Surf is standing behind me. She's looking at the moon.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Oh, it was lettuce, so you're probably going to be bloated. Yeah, that was a very filling supper.
It's kind of cold out.
Closet Scratcher says hi, Mrs. Surf.
Hello.
She said hello.
Yeah, it's still cool, isn't it? Ugh.
B&B Scratching, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in. I believe this will be your very first ever fire chat with Surf. BB Scratcher, scratching. Oh, so now the full story comes out. It had some chicken in it, and it had some lettuce in it, and it probably had a big old T-bone steak in it. Then of course there was the crab legs and the shrimp scampi that was in it. Yeah, I like those kind of salads. Those are the best kind to have. Mary Mrs. Surf left already. She doesn't dig the YouTube chatting. It's not her bag. Trisha Scratch from across the big pond. What's going on tonight, Trisha? Lettuce, cheese, egg, chicken, and some bacon, and then biscuits and gravy and French toast and waffles. Yeah, I'm telling you, I like those kind of salads. Those are great. You can't sleep? I hate it when I can't sleep. The worst part about not sleeping is when you can't, if you have to wake up at 6 and you're wide awake at 5 o'clock and then you doze off at 5:45 and your alarm goes off. That's the worst. Maybe I can chuck a log in there. Chuck a log, chuck a log. We're going to chuck a log. I've got me a selfie stick to hold my phone for chatting so my hand don't get tired. And it just turned my volumes up. So I got to reevaluate the situation here. There we go. What are you talking about? High helmet? Who's high helmet? Mary, did you get into some of the closet special salad? Too far away with this phone. That's pretty cool. I'm watching myself on my phone and my selfie stick, putting logs in the fire. See my selfie stick? Holds my chat phone. And I got my recording phone on another selfie stick, taped to a steel rod pounded into the ground. Janine, hello Janine. Oh, Mary's mixing her special brew right now. Get Rich or Die Scratching is a member of Group 6. We added Get Rich to the list on Group 6. So he will be the first one to get cashed out. There's Tot. Hello, Tot. How are you tonight? I believe this would be your first fire chat, too. So, Tot, what part of Indiana are you in? I have family in Logansport, Bedford. How close is that to Logansport or Fort Wayne? I only know about those two places. Well, I know three places. Mary G's clear down at the bottom of Indiana. Far away. I just have a couple of cousins left in Indiana. Both my aunt and uncle passed away. That was Dad's oldest sister. And just their one daughter's left and a couple grandkids. But yeah, I got family over in Indiana. 30 miles south of Bloomington. Well, that doesn't help me out either. I don't know Indiana all that well. I can just tell you how to get to Fort Wayne and Logansport from Ashland, Ohio. And I suppose I could get to Indianapolis if I Googled it. I'm sure I-70 runs right through there. $4 million, that's great. Oh, that's a FML. I thought that was $4 million. Get rich. Don't feel bad, buddy. I believe, Closet, that would be the same I-70. I can travel down to Columbus in Ohio and hop on I-70 and go right to Closet's back door. And we would have to pass right through Indianapolis and a couple other I-70 states. Yeah, get rich, no kidding, right? And Closet, it will only take you 9 3/4 hours if you hop on the motorcycle to drive here to Columbus to pick up your part of the claimer we're going to get next week. And while you're in Columbus, then I'll take you over to the Indian dealership and we can trade you in and get your Dark Horse. All right, 9 hours. You're fast. I forgot. I keep forgetting. You professional motorcycle biker babes are fast. Faster than us amateurs. I'm just an amateur, inexperienced motorcyclist. Oh, that'd be great, Tot. We all meet at your house. That'd be wonderful. Get rich. I have so many ideas to upsize to my lifestyle if I was to win the lottery. I don't know where I would start first. Yeah, don't Google any symptoms that you're having. You're going to give yourself a heart attack. Leave that to professional doctors if you want to go to a doctor. The very first thing I would do is get me a new motorcycle, and then I would take care of the rest later. I just want that new motorcycle closet. So either our group is going to have to do it, or you're going to have to do it on your own. Either way, closet, I'm ready for my motorcycle. I got my new jacket. I got my new helmet to keep warm riding to work in these colder months, these colder mornings. So if you want to hurry up and do your share while the group is going on, that's fine. I don't care either way, seriously. But I do think we're going to stick with the $20 tickets for a while instead of the 30s. We just didn't have any luck. Of course, it could have been just all bad luck of the tickets that I grabbed. I mean, there's still there's 3 different $30 tickets out there that we haven't even played yet. I stuck with that Max the Money just because the stores that I stopped in, the numbers seemed to line up, but the numbers didn't pan out on those $30 tickets. The Extreme Millions is really a good ticket. Then, of course, if you look at Scratchman Drew and Secret Scratcher, within the last 2 weeks, they've both hit $1,000 on the fastest road to $1 million. So that was pretty awesome. Yeah, the Diamonds one is one of my go-to tickets. We also got the White Diamonds ticket as well. There's two diamond tickets in the $20 class for Ohio. Yeah, I did, Big D. I texted your number, and Jenny answered. Jenny said that she's done with you. That's what Jenny said. Just like Forrest Gump, there's my Jenny. Big D and Jenny was like peas and carrots. And then one day, Big D started running. And when he got done running, Jenny was no longer to be found. So that went Jenny. Oh, I'd have to listen to it again to get the tune in my head. But Anita Ward, Ring My Bell, when Tot does her videos, she always tells everybody to ring my bell. And I told her that when she says that in her videos, it reminds me of Anita Ward's song, Ring My Bell, that 70s disco song. Ring my bell. Purple Gang is in the house. We have a fire chat rolling on tonight, Purple Gang. I don't know, Purple Gang, if you have been to a fire chat or not. I do these periodically throughout the summer and fall. Usually when I have a big collection of cardboard boxes. Oh, the Book of Eli, wasn't that Denzel Washington, Closet Scratcher? Yeah, that was a very different movie. Yes, it was. Still a good movie. Denzel Washington makes good movies. I like the one that he was the caretaker for Dakota Fanning when she was a little girl. Oh, what the heck was that? Where the dad had the girl kidnapped to get ransom money. Man on Fire, yes, that was a freaking awesome movie. I mean, Denzel Washington, not Denzel Ward. He was a bad mofo. Tied that guy's hands to the steering wheel, cut his fingers off, then put the cigarette lighter on him. Whew! That just made me say, ouch. Mrs. Green Thumb is in the house. Everybody check out Mrs. Green Thumb. This lady is the best gardener in the whole wide world of YouTube. She's got videos of monarch caterpillars. She can show you pictures of fruits and vegetables that you've never even heard of. She was doing a little trivia the other night. She was posting pictures of fruits and vegetables that looked like it come out of a Rocky Horror Picture Show. And they were real live fruits and vegetables. So if you guys need tips on gardening, if you don't have a green thumb, Mrs. Green Thumb does, and she can answer any of your questions pertaining to the gardening world. Not very kind, Mrs. Green Thumb. I'm just speaking the truth. You have a very, very informative channel in the realms of gardening, and it's awesome. And butterflies. She does butterflies. Mrs. Green Thumb loves the butterflies. Which reminds me, Mrs. Green Thumb, I was mowing today down by my butterfly garden, and on the milkweed, I still saw a really long monarch caterpillar. So he has yet to change into his cocoon to get ready to fly south. So we still have some caterpillars up here in the garden. And then I was mowing around it, and we have, I bet you there was over 100 of the small white butterflies, the small yellow butterflies, and there's a butterfly the same color as a monarch, but it's really, really small. We had 100 of these things flying around through the weeds in the butterfly garden. It was crazy. Yeah, check out Mrs. Green Thumb. She's got an awesome channel. And she is just a hoot to listen to in a live chat. She just can make you laugh and get you to cracking up. I have fun jumping in her live streams whenever I can. A lot of the problems is sometimes when these people are live, I'm at work, so I can like log on at work and give you your watching hours, but I can't really chat because I can't hear a doggone thing. You ran into a spider. You killed the spider closet? Not the spider. Big D, thanks for throwing that link up there, buddy. Appreciate that. Mrs. Green Thumb and Closet have something in common. They both take care of their moms. And you can listen to Mrs. Green Thumb talk about her mom once in a while. You'll get a chuckle out of her. I told Mrs. Green Thumb she ought to go live with her mom and have a conversation. That would be a real hoot. That would be fun. Yep, your mom's 87. I think Closet said her mom is 85. And I think it would just be fun to have your moms in live streams and talking with them. Yeah, Mrs. Green Thumb Closet drives her mom places, and then in return, Closet's mom drives Closet crazy. Oh, you tried to get your mom to scratch a ticket, Rich? Andre? How do you prefer me call you? Rich, Grodes, or Andre? Because all three pop into my head. Closet wishes her car had an ejection button seat sometimes. I tell you guys what, I would give anything for my mom to still be here with us. I sure miss her. You had your face on live? Did you really? How did I miss that? Of course I missed it because YouTube and notifications just do not jive anymore. I mean, when I go on live, it takes people forever to join my live stream unless I'm sending people texts or emails or messages that, hey, I'm going to go live here to look for the channel. Well, I hear you, Big D. Notifications suck. You're supposed to be able to click the bell and get notified whenever you go live or post a video. I had no notification whatsoever, Mrs. Green Thumb. Of course, you guys, you don't know the story on Mrs. Green Thumb. She always does her live chats behind the camera. She's never showed her face. And I just happened to be there at the right time on the right night. She was messing around with something on her computer screen, and she accidentally hit the reverse camera, and it showed her face, and she couldn't figure out why she was looking at her own face on the computer, and she's like, what the hell is that? Oh, I was laughing. And then she started laughing, and she couldn't stop laughing. That, Mrs. Green Thumb, I'll never forget that chat night. I don't know what the conversations were going on. I just remember that it happened, and I'll always remember it. That was like one of your best live streams ever. Oh, Big D saved the turtle. DS is in the house. Which half of the DS do we have? Do we have the good-looking DS? Or do we have Chris DS? Chris, if that's you, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. We got Bobby. Bobby, don't tell Chris I said that. Even though we all know Surf thinks Bobby's the cuter one. My main man, Bobby. Bobby's my main man. I liked Rain Man. Rain Man was another one of my favorite movies, old-time movies. Dustin Hoffman did an excellent, excellent job in that movie. What was we talking about? Other movie? Oh, Denzel Washington movies. The Book of Eli. Man on Fire. Was he the one that was in Along Came a Spider? I'm not sure. It might be. Closet, who are you singing to? Oh, Rain Man was an awesome movie. He didn't want to fly. He had to drive back roads because highways were too dangerous. Well, that was crazy. It was funny. Deja Vu. Did I see that one? Throw some of the plot line at me on Deja Vu and see if it can jog my CRS in memory. I did see that one, Falam 123. I remember seeing that one. He's just an all-around bad. Pelican Brief was a good one. Yes, it was. Big D. Yeah, I think I know I've seen it. But some of those older movies, you see them and you forget that you saw them, then you need to watch them again. Maybe I can dig that baby up on like Netflix or Amazon Prime and rewatch it sometime. I'll just put into I'm ignoring that question closet. I'll just put into Netflix or Amazon Prime Denzel Washington and see what kind of movies will pop up. All right, Mrs. Green Thumb, you bring it. You bring the drink. I currently have water and milk and Pepsi. And Laverne and Shirley likes to drink milk and Pepsi, so we could have a milk and Pepsi if you like it. Netflix. Closet's been in her PJs all day. You didn't even take opportunity to ride your motorcycle today? Lemonade. Lemonade is good. I actually didn't ride my motorcycle today either, but I did get out of the house. I did put my clothes on. I went ticket shopping, and then I come home and mowed the yard, and then I went ticket shopping, and then I took a ride back in the woods, and then what else did I do? Then I ordered a pizza, and I went into town and got the pizza. Well, you can have all the Coors Light, Mrs. Green Thumb. I don't drink beer. Beer and surf does not get along. It never has, and it never will. But it won't say that I won't have a Captain Morgan Spice Rum and Coke. I'll have me one of those. Or I've got a Ninja blender and a bag of ice in the freezer, and I've got pina colada mix with the coconut rum. So I make pina coladas. I like good pina coladas. I don't do wine either. I don't do beer. I don't do wine. I used to do Fireball until it got me a hangover one Saturday morning, and I had heartburn from hell, and I couldn't work. I had to go home at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I know Big D likes his Modelo's. Or is it Modeleos, whatever you want to call it. Captain's good. I like Captain. It gives that Pepsi-Cola or Coca-Cola a nice little twist. Well, Mrs. Green Thumb, come on over, because I also have a bottle of strawberry daiquiri mix and a bottle of the strawberry vodka in the refrigerator to make Mrs. Surf strawberry daiquiris. No, not that kind of colada closet. Maybe for you, but Surfy don't roll that way. Singapore Sling. I don't know what that is, so you'd have to tell me what's in it before I would try it. Foo-foos make you really sick? Mrs. Surf loves sangrias over at Red Lobster. Red Lobster makes a berry sangria, and she likes to drink those. They're okay. Closet likes the Alabama Slammer. That sounds like something you'd run into in the prison, so I think I'll shy away from that one. Gin? I can't say that I honestly ever had gin. I've never had gin. I don't even know what that is, Bobby. But if you like it, help yourself. I know what a Red Bull is, but I don't know what your Ketel Keitel one is. Screwdrivers are okay. Vodka and orange juice. It's all right. I can't drink a lot of them. Stupid autocorrect. Captain Morgan is a rum, to my knowledge. I still don't know what a Ketel One is. Is that part of your keto diet? Big D hit it on the nail on the head right there. That's on the keto diet, so that's why Bobby can drink it. Oh, it's vodka? So vodka and Red Bull is what you're saying your drink is, Bobby. Okay. Rum all the way. Parma Violet Gin. Tequila and Beetlejuice. Isn't that a movie, Beetlejuice? I don't think I would like Beetle's juice. Oh, here we go again. Patron. Didn't you say that was like a... See, I forget. You've already told me what that stuff was. but I don't drink it, so I don't know. Is that a whiskey, a wine? What is it? Tequila. So Patron's a tequila. That will kill you. Does it got a worm at the bottom of the bottle? Does it got the worm that soaks up all the juice? No worm? Well, then it's not real tequila, is it? You drink that stuff straight, or do you mix it with something? It tastes like water. I highly doubt that I could drink an alcohol that tastes just like water. Oh, you just shoot the shots? Okay. Mezcal has the worm. I saw it. 25, let's see, I'm 48 now. 48, 38, 28, 18, 30 plus years ago, we took a trip down to Brownsville, Texas. My aunt and uncle, when they were alive, that lived in Indiana, they stayed the winters down in Brownsville, Texas. So we went down and visited them one year. And right across from Brownsville is a town called Matamoros. And we got into Matamoros, and we went into a liquor store. Mom and Dad did, and I was with them. And I saw a real bottle of tequila that had the worm in it. So that's the only time I've ever seen the tequila that had a worm in the bottle. Was in Mexico itself. Oh, Tot couldn't walk out of the bar. Uh-oh. Fireball, tequila, and vodka. Yeah, if I do a lot of those, I would be in trouble. Eat the worm. You used to eat the worm in Jeruz, Mexico. You're 45 minutes away from Brownsville. My brother, Big D, was stationed in Fort Hood up in Killeen. I believe that's where it's at. Fort Hood is in Killeen, Fort Hood, Texas. And when we was down in Brownsville, he was able to get leave and come down and visit. So we was all together that week in December. It was the first week in December, my senior year. So I was out of school for a week my senior year. That was pretty cool. But yeah, he drove down to Brownsville and visited with us. And we drove from Ashland, Ohio down to Brownsville, so it took a couple of days to get there. And it was funny. We spent an entire day driving in Texas, and we didn't even spent an entire day in Texas and never got out of the state of Texas when we left Brownsville to go home. It was crazy. Doing some upchucking. I never forget, we was driving in Texas. On the way home, the cactus were all over the place. I'd never seen real cactus before, so I thought it was pretty fascinating. And right along the highway, whatever interstate we was on, I will, Mrs. Green Thumb, if I can remember. On the way home, Big D, Dad pulled over on the side of the highway, and I jumped out. I had my fishing fillet knife in the van, and I opened up the side door and ran over, and I chopped off a piece of a cactus, the whole plant, and I wrapped it up in a beach towel, and we brought it home, and Mom repotted it, and that thing lived forever and ever and ever. It just kept blooming and budding and blooming and budding. Mom finally got tired of it, and she just threw it away. But that thing, I don't know how many years that thing lasted. Is Mr. Neighbors in the house? John Neighbors, welcome. How are you doing, Mr. Neighbors? If I can get those butterflies to sit still long enough, Mrs. Green Thumb, I will take pictures and send to you. And Mrs. Green Thumb, do you have a Gmail email address? Is it Gmail? Because if you're on Gmail, you probably have Google Hangouts. And I could just take the picture right from my phone and send it to you through Google Hangouts if you have a Google Hangouts account tied to your Gmail. No Gmail? Okay. Well, I bet you could go to gmail.com and register Mrs. Green Thumb at gmail.com, and you would have the only Mrs. Green Thumb Gmail account. Well, maybe not. That would probably be a pretty common name. It would probably say accounts already taken. I don't know, though. It'd be something you could look at. Oh, all right, little shady business going on here between Tot and TSC. TCS is a tractor store, the tractor supply company. That's why I get you confused so much sometimes. I look at the closet scratcher and then I think of tractors. You're going to scratch ticket 27 and 28. You don't look good in orange. Don't want the monkey suit? He thinks my tractor's sexy. It really turns him on. Well, Rich, on a serious note, I think before the group cashes out, 99.9% of the group that's been doing it with me are in agreement. We just keep rolling until we get the big one. And even if we hit a $500 win, that would only be $50 a person for a $10 investment. And I think we're all in agreement. The most of us would like to buy a whole book of $20 tickets to do the whole book of $20 tickets. But now if we hit $1,000, then yeah, I would cash. I think everybody would want to cash out for $100 each, minus the taxes. I don't know what the taxes would be. I don't even think the bank cashes them here in town anymore. I'm going to have to go up to a lottery office and I could get all that information up there. But I'm not going to say if we hit $500 that somebody's not going to want their $50. And if they want it, I'll naturally give it to them. And then we'll just buy as many tickets as we can. $10, Bobby, $10. We're going to stick on $20 tickets for a while. Our 30s wasn't paying out. But it don't mean if at some point in time, if I have the extra money in the bank and I see a good set of numbers on some $30 tickets, I might pick them up and hang on to them for when another group is opened up to do a $30 ticket group. Yeah, it does get kind of old, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, I would literally love if we hit a $500 winner. I would love to buy a book of $20 tickets for $500 and just do the live stream, do a live stream on the whole book. I think that'd be cool. I'd have to do it like on a Saturday or a Sunday. Cash App. Is that what you need from me, Bobby? You need Cash App instead of PayPal? Because I can look into that. I don't have a problem signing up on a Cash App if that's what you need. I've just always had PayPal. I've had my PayPal account since before I even had YouTube. I've had my PayPal account since probably 2000. Because of eBay. I used to buy and sell a lot on eBay all the time. I'll look into it. But still 99.9% of people on YouTube use PayPal. So that's what we usually use. Ms. Leah Love, what's going on? How's Columbus, Ohio tonight? We have a nice, cool night up here in Ashland. Tot, you sell on eBay? That's how you pay Kate, is the Cash App. I can look it up, Bobby, or if you want to on Hangouts, send me the link on Hangouts, and I can check out to it. Mrs. Green Thumb, it's hot up in Canada where you're at. Even right now, it's hot. Yeah, we finally got a relief from the heat here. And all next week we're going to have really mild temperatures all week long. So I'm going to get to wear my cold weather gear in the morning riding my bike to work, but then I get to ride my t-shirt home. Big D, what did I miss? You're laughing at me. Yeah, closet, when it's chilly out, that means if you have to put a sweatshirt on or a hoodie, then that's the kind of nights that you like to sit outside if you got to put a sweatshirt or a hoodie on. Oh, that's cool, Tot. People can make a lot of money on eBay. Yeah, cool, good for me on the weather, Mrs. Green Thumb saying, yeah, it's nice and cool where you're at. I can hear you cussing me under your breath, Mrs. Green Thumb. I know. I haven't checked my email lately, Big D. All right, thanks, Bobby. I will look at that when the fire chat's over. Oh, Mrs. Green Thumb, you know I'm teasing you. I hate the heat. I'm with you, Mrs. Green Thumb. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Working in a metal factory, a metal building factory, when it's high humidity and hot outside, is just miserable. That's why I'm not a big fan of summer. I mean, I like my swimming pool when I'm at home, but if I didn't have to have a swimming pool because it wasn't hot outside, I wouldn't miss my swimming pool. You're asking if I got your email. I don't know, Big D, because I have not looked at my email today. But I will check it. I could probably check it on this phone right here. Did you send it to Scratch and Surf, or did you send it to my Bassy 2871 email that my PayPal's connected to? Where would that be? Email, email, email. I don't think I got Scratch and Surf on this phone. Nope, not that one. Let's see here. Is it in this one? The last email I got from you, Big D, was on the other day when you said you was trying to get a hold of your nephew. That was 5 days ago. So, no emails lately. Oh, is that what you're saying? With Big D, you got to be more specific. Don't just say email. I'm trying to figure out what the heck you're talking about. Well, now, yeah, that he spells it out for me, I can't read between the lines. I'm 48 stinking years old, and I got CRS. Seriously, guys, you know I'm not the sharpest Happy Meal French fry holder there is. Yeah, I know you're 85 years old, you're like 2 foot 6 inches tall, and you weigh 975 pounds. And your favorite drink is a ketchup mustard pina colada. Some bean juice and ketchup popsicles, absolutely. That's no excuse, mister. All right, Mary, I see you lurking. I see you lurking there, Mary. Well, Fire Chat's doing pretty good tonight. We got 14 people. What are you growing in your house? What are you guys growing? I don't know what that is. A money plant? Does it produce dollar bills? If it does, I want to learn how to grow a money plant, Mrs. Green Thumb. Actually, I want you to teach me how to grow a lottery ticket plant that grows its own lottery tickets so I don't have to buy them. Mrs. Green Thumb, you can call her Tot for short if you don't like typing all that out, unless you're like a really fast typer. We call her Tot, T-O-T. And Mrs. Green Thumb, the other day, when you was doing your see who could type the fastest, when you put the pictures of those 8 plants, fruits and vegetables up there, and I come in like first or second place, I wasn't typing, I was using my phone, and I just tapped the microphone and I spoke every picture word, and then the microphone turned it into text. I could never type that fast. You're a good typer? I can type, I just can't type fast. And all my YouTube activities, live chats or anything, is with a cell phone. Very seldom do I use my laptop to do anything on YouTube. Unless I'm like sitting at the dining room table and I have it in front of me, I can turn it on to help read the chats. But all my recordings I do with my phone. Oh, you was a clerk in the military? Cool. Did you know how to type before you went into the military? "21 years. That's awesome. Have you always lived in Canada? Yep, always in Canada. And, you know, like I told you, I've got CRS, but what province you in? Are you in Ontario? Are you with CP over there in Saskatoon? I forget where you're at. Ontario. Ontario is a big place. Really, really big. We used to go fishing in a lake called Rice Lake. It was probably a couple hours above Toronto. We used to go up there every summer in June and fish. We'd pull our little boat up, had a good time. Across from Detroit. Okay, so you're pretty close. You're pretty close to the States. You been to Windsor? I think I've been to Windsor. Oh, you're sending seeds. You're sending weed seeds. Mrs. Green Thumb, I know butterflies like Queen Anne's lace, that white flower that you see all over the place. How can I get that Queen Anne's lace into my garden? Do you just pop the white heads off and throw them out in the butterfly garden? Or do I have to like dig up and transplant the whole thing so it can scatter its seeds and repopulate? Because that's one flowering weed that butterflies like that we don't have in our butterfly garden. You don't know that plant? I will take a picture of it and send to you. I'm sure if I send you the picture, you probably have another name for it. It's just a weed. It's just a white flowering weed. But I do know the butterflies like it. and they like the goldenrod. Butterflies like weeds, Closet, just like you. Somebody threw up something orange here. Oh, Mrs. Green Thumb, give me the @ which highlighted my name into orange. The goldenrod too. Bobby. Yeah, I think Mrs. Green Thumb, we had a nice batch of milkweed. I showed you that one day this summer when I walked you down to my garden. Once those pods start blooming, I'm going to collect all of the pods when the seeds are dry, and I'm actually going to save them until next year. Save them for next year before I scatter them in the garden. Because last year I scattered all those seeds in the fall, and they really didn't take. So when the pods are ready, and I collect all the pods, I'm going to mow down the garden as low as I can mow it, the whole thing down, so it can start over next spring. And I'm going to go and I'm going to throw and scatter those milkweed seeds, scatter them all through the butterfly garden. So hopefully we get a nice crop of milkweed. Because where that batch is at right now, that has like tripled the size since the first time we let a couple plants stay there 3 summers ago. The milkweed has tripled in size. But they're all conglomerated right in that one little patch. Yeah, you was having some cool videos or lives with your monarchs. Will a monarch put its chrysalis cocoon on a milkweed plant, or do they go put it somewhere else? Because every time we see the monarch caterpillars out there on a milkweed, we never see where they build their cocoon. Hey, homies in the house. I didn't see you pop in, YouTube watcher. How you doing? Yeah, I know they need to continually eat milkweed, so I'm always afraid to put them in a different environment, because then you got to keep throwing in fresh milkweed, or they won't eat. Is that what you do when you put them in your containers? Yeah, you got to feed them fresh milkweed daily. They need to keep chowing. And I don't know how long is it. Usually I can Google all that stuff. We can look it up. I know Mrs. Surf just loves her butterflies, and when we saw monarchs flying around today when I was mowing. Big monarchs flying around. Drinking tequila. We already had that conversation. Cheers to the YouTube watcher. Oh, there's a yawn for Closet. Better go stir the fire up. Ugh. Give her a fluff here. It's getting chilly out here. I may not be out here much longer. Oop. Miss anything good? Talking about football. I don't watch a lot of college football. Watch the Bucks every now and then, but not a lot. Yawns are definitely contagious, Tot. When I get them, they don't go away because it's 9:45. I've been up since probably 6 o'clock, 6:30ish. Started drinking my coffee. Ooh. Then the Wizard come on and watch Wizard's Coffee with the Wizard. And then the race was on to go find tickets. And I did not do a very good job of finding our tickets today. Yeah, you want a steak ground up for a burger? I just soon have the steak. Ah. Ugh. Another yawn for you, Tot. I got some flames kicked up on that one there. That's pretty good. Some still pretty big logs in there. Throw the steak in the Ninja blender. My goodness. Oh, you're hunting a cricket? You got a cricket in the house? Is it a loud cricket? John Neighbors, I hear you. I'm glad we have a cool night tonight. Mary G still lurking. I love Mary G. Last week, right out of the blue, I got a picture sent to me on Hangouts of something frying in a skillet. And she says, "Look familiar?" And I said, "Absolutely." She sent me a picture of some frying squirrel in the skillet. Oh, did that bring back memories. I called her right up and we probably talked on Hangouts for probably a good half hour, didn't we, Mary? Almost makes me want to get up and go hunting in the morning. Janine's back in the house. Yes, trash or treasure, I'm a hunter. And Mary G knows that I'm a hunter. So she sent me a picture of some fried squirrel. And if I was closer to Mary G, I would have been to her house that night for supper. Of course, Mary G, after this week, if we hit the big claimer, we're going to be sitting down and having dinner. We'll definitely make sure we're going to sit down and have dinner. Rabbits will come in Ohio like the first or second week of November. And they run through February. You can't or you won't. There's a difference, Tot. Can't and won't are two different things. You can't. So there's something about a deer that you can't eat that will physically harm or destroy your body. But you won't eat a deer because you think they're cute and adorable animals. You can't tell the difference. Tot, I'm just teasing you, honey. I know there's people out there that won't eat it. I know. Yeah, I can too, Mary, but people don't believe it. But that's okay. You love cows too, so you don't eat steak or hamburgers? Nothing wrong with that. There's no gamey thing taste closet. We've already discussed this. It's all in how it's prepared. It's Peach. How you doing? It's Peach. Did you have the baby yet, or are you like really, really close to having the baby? Oh, you're due in January. Okay. So you're just like at the halfway point. Nice. That's because, Closet, you've never had venison properly prepared for you. Yeah, stick with cows, pigs, and chickens, Janine. I'm not going to get into a big wild game bashing contest here with the people that like wild game and the people that don't like wild game. That's not my intent. But if you're born to it and you was raised on it, by golly, that's how we live. Alligators taste like chicken. Well, don't tell Al that. You'll break his heart. Well, what if somebody was hunting you, Closet? Would it change maybe? Crabs. I just had crab legs the other night at Red Lobster. Janine. You don't run? I don't run either. But let me tell you what, Closet, if you ever see me running, you might want to run too because something's probably chasing me. Just saying. All Tot, I love crab legs. My fingers were getting sore of snapping crab legs and pulling the meat out. And then me and my brother got on our phones and we Googled up a crab boil, Bobby. And then I had to show him the video that you guys did for your mom's birthday, where the one guy was tearing that crab apart and showing you how to properly eat it. Yeah, we want to do that sometime. We want to get a whole bunch of crab or crab legs and crawdads or something and put the corn and vegetables in it and then dump it all out on the table. That looked like it would be some pretty prime good eating right there. I clean my glasses before I come out here and they're smeared up again. Good grief. Only square fish for you, Janine? Is that because the square fish poop in one body of water, then swim and go jump into another body of water? That's why you can seal and carry. Chunky girl, you are not. Look up chunky in the dictionary and you'll see a picture of surf. And I don't know if my fire chat dies. I don't think my phone is overheating, but the battery might be getting low. And I did not dig out the extension cord. Locked and loaded. All I gotta do is find the key to my gun cabinet and I can be locked and loaded again. It is really, really getting chilly out here. Mars Ford, hello from Argentina. How are you? Thanks for stopping in. Is it Marcy? Am I saying that right? It looks like it would be Marcy. If I'm butchering your name, I apologize. I have a tendency to do that with new people that come in. Argentina's a really far, far ways away from where I'm at. I'm in Ohio right now. It is a good night. Mary, that key is going to turn up as soon as I destroy my locker and cut it open. That's when the key is going to turn up. And yes, the last place I look is where you find it. Yeah, I get that one now. You forgot to take it out when you had your car worked on. You chased them down. Look out. Claus is chasing them down. Let's see here. Marcy, we must have found you at either Tree Trimmers or Island Fishers, one of the grow channels. I'm pretty sure. I have subscribed to your channel. Had to have been probably Tree Trimmers. I go to Tree Trimmers a lot. Oh, Closet was feeling extra badass that day, so she figured she could chase down somebody that cut her off. It's not that kind of a lock to drill out, Mary. The key to go in it is round, and it almost looks like a crimped shotgun shell that's been fired, and then it has one tooth on it. So drilling that out would not help anything. And then it's got the arms. The arms, one arm goes up through the top of the cabinet, and one arm goes through the bottom. It's not like a regular door jamb type of lock. I mean, trust me, it won't break my heart if I destroy it. It's only $100. I can replace that. It's just the fact remains that that freaking key is on my property in my house somewhere, and that's what just really, really fries me. Yeah, don't mess around with a biker chick. Biker chicks will mess you up, won't you, Closet? Right, Janine? Yeah, I know, Mary. That's what I've been saying. It's killing me. It really is, because the closer it's getting to hunting season, like all summer long, these groundhogs have been around my barn that I've wanted to shoot, but all my guns are locked up in that locker without the key. And I'm just holding off destroying it to get my guns out until crunch time. And crunch time will be the night before deer season opens for gun season in December. If I don't have that locker opened up by then, it will be opened up by gun season. Guarantee it. That is, unless I get a deer bow season. If I get a deer bow season, then the locker may stay locked up until I find the key, or until muzzleloader season gets here. Then I would definitely have to open it up for muzzleloader season. We'll see. YouTube watchers listening to nonsense. Are you listening to nonsense on the Scratch and Surf channel or another channel, YouTube watcher? I had to, YouTube watcher, I had to lock my guns up. Or I had to buy a gun locker that was lockable, because during the adoption process, we adopted our son. Being a gun owner, I had to have them locked up. It was part of the laws, the rules. And I've kept them in there ever since. But the key has been misplaced. I cannot find it. So I'm kind of stuck. You was adopted, Closet? Yeah, well, it would be kind of hard to keep a 50 caliber muzzleloader on me at all times, YouTube watcher. That's what I'm needing to get out of there, is my deer rifle, my muzzleloader. So I could not. Scratch Off Gal, what's going on? How you doing? I don't think I could just carry around, even with a conceal and carry permit, a 50 caliber muzzleloader. Oh, stored in my beard? Yeah, that'd be a good place to keep it, wouldn't it? Tuck that baby right up in the beard. Yeah, we all know about insane work, Scratch Off Gal. I had a Monday on Friday the 13th, which was triple bad. Oh, now, Janine, let's not get back on deer meat tasting terrible. It's good stuff. I make my own jerky. What was triple bad? I had a Monday on Friday the 13th. Yesterday at work. It was awful. So it was triple bad. Yeah, deer jerky's awesome. I make my own. I make it with a dehydrator, and I also make it in the oven. It's pretty good stuff. The dehydrator jerky, you use the ground meat, the hamburger, the deer burger, and you roll it out really, really flat, and then you cut it into strips. I also have a jerky cannon shooter that looks like a caulk gun that makes its own strips. Elk jerky's good, and it's easier to chew. The whole muscle jerky, like if you take the ham off of a deer and cut the strips out of the whole muscle jerky, it gets a little tougher. If you cut it against the grain, it tears easier. If you cut it with the grain, you have the phone died. Back on. The phone died on me. Just like that, I was right in the middle of a conversation, looking at my other phone, and then it said no service. And I'm like, well, I was connected to the hotspot, and I look up, and the phone on the fire was black, so the phone died. So when you're doing a live stream with my phone, the battery doesn't last that long because I went outside, it was like at 85%. There I am, Janine. Yeah, my phone died on me. I was right in the middle of a conversation. I looked up at my phone. It was pointed at the fire, and it was black. I said, well, guess it's time to go in and plug in. Let a couple other people know that I'm back. You've been watching the fire the whole time? It froze up on the fire? Oh, I got no internet connection. I got to turn my hotspot back on here. Doot, 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 doot. There we go. Mary G, I'm back. My phone died. My phone died a painful death. There it was, minding its own business, staring at the fire, and then it just went bloop, black screen, no warnings. It just died. So I had to put the four-wheeler away, come and plug my phone in, and now we're back. Phone death Ola. Death Ola by phone. It was awful. It was terrible. It was squealing. I don't even know what was in the middle. I was in the middle of a sentence. I'm like, sometimes when I'm talking in my fire chats, I'm just staring up into the sky. And I look down, and my chat phone, which is connected to the hotspot, was saying no connection detected. And I looked over at my phone, pointed at the fire, and the screen was just blacker than black. It done died off. I'm very glad it's a little chilly out, Janine. So over the heat. So over the heat. They are very relaxing to watch the fires. I have a good time with the fire chats, people joining in. Like that lady from Argentina was just in here, Marcy. Never seen her before. Probably met her at the Grow Stream. Tree trimmers. I go to tree trimmers a lot. Definitely have to go visit her page and tell her thanks for stopping in. CP, you missed it. I was outside with the fire chat, CP, but my phone died, so I had to come back into the house. I was like right in the middle of a conversation, and all of a sudden, bloop, it went gone. CP was hallucinating a bingo, a $50 bingo on card number 8 on our last scratch. I still couldn't figure out what you guys were talking about. You was doing the dinner after bingo? Not a whole lot going on now. Good grief, it's 16 after 10. Oh, another yawn. Whew. I may be fizzling down quick. My beard looks like it's been parted. Right there. There. I get that sucker. I can braid it. I'll braid that baby right there. It looks like one of those fake Santa Claus beards. Yes, it is the weekend. What traveled to Evansville? The yawn? Is that what traveled to Evansville, was the yawn, Mary? What do you mean, why am I so tired? Because I'm old. Old people need rest. And that's me. I need rest. You guys say you want to always braid my beard on the lunch ride? Is that because it's always flapping up and smacking me in the face when I'm riding? Well, CP, I was not going to mention that, but since how you brought it up, well, yes, you are. No doubt about that. But remember, you brought it up. I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to remain the perfect little angel. I was going to respect my elders. But you had to throw it out there wide open. See if I can't get this rigged up so I can read and not have to hold this phone. I don't like holding my phone. Oh, there's another one. Yes, you did earn every minute of it. And then some. Where's it at? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, Mrs. Green Thumb was live an hour ago. I didn't see that. Or that, or she's live now. One or the other. $60 in 16 days. Shoot, we're not going to kill you now. Yeah. Yep. YouTube watcher, my phone died on me, buddy. Oh, don't have a hard time dealing with it, Janine. It's just another day, darling. Just another day. My big one was 30. I didn't like that one. After 30, no big deals. No problems. Just another day. I mean, just ask CP. She's used to it. I'm sorry. I can't help it. You've thrown it right out there. You opened it up. December 31st. You feel 16? Okay. All right. Well, true CP, you said you feel 16, not look 16. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. Shut up. Oh, she knows I love her. Oh, yeah. Young man. Yeah, oh boy. Really young. 48's really, really young. I feel like I'm 98. Can't get a full night's sleep. Back's always killing me. Wakes me up. Got to pee every hour and a half. Yeah, really young. No, it's not. It's in my back. My back hurts. And it won't let me get a full night's sleep. It's not in my head. Seriously, it's in my back. A full night is 3 straight hours. Man, I'm trying to think when the last time I had 3 straight hours of sleep. It doesn't happen too often. It doesn't happen too often. Here we go again. Outside, my phone wasn't getting hot, but now it's getting hot. I wonder if I could cancel this stream and start a stream with this one. Yeah, homie, he's old man at 42. Oh, this battery's about dead, so that's not going to work either. Yeah, Janine. Mrs. Surf had a hysterectomy. She never had a kid. We had to adopt. But she had a hysterectomy. I think I have mice in the walls. I can hear them scratching. Either that or we still have a cat out here. But I thought all the cats went inside. It freaks me out when I hear noises. CP I've caught. I think I lost count after 9, but I think I've caught 9 or more mice in my basement ceiling. Because I can get a mouse trap right in the drop ceiling as you go down the steps. I have a tile that's loose and I just put the mouse trap in there. And in the last 3 weeks, I've killed 9 mice. And we still have them in the walls. The cats won't take care of the mice because the cats can't get in the walls, Janine. The mice never come out and scamper across the floor. They stay in the ceiling, the drop ceiling. They're in the walls between where I'm sitting in the kitchen. Somehow they're getting in the house. Sounds like that mouse is right on my head. It's like literally right behind the wall. It's in that wall right there. Craziness. They took your chocolate. Them little stinkers. Or didn't you fry a mouse in one of your electrical boxes, CP? In one of your light switch boxes? Didn't you fry a mouse in there? Yeah, that's right, because you sent me a picture of it. Fried mouse, anyone? Nope, I'm just catching them old school. I got me a traditional old Victor mousetrap, baited with some Swiss cheese, and that piece of cheese is reeled in 9 mice plus. Maybe 10, I don't know. At least 9. As long as they stay in the walls and not coming out where I can see them, I'm all right. I'm not afraid of mice by any means. They're just dirty animals. The only problem, YouTube watchers, I don't know where they're coming in at. I think they're literally burrowed underneath the porch and then getting in the house through there. Caught the hamster, huh? The vacuum cleaner used to suck him up with the vacuum cleaner. No more hamster. So long, hamster. I used the shop vac to suck out a whole yellow jacket's nest that was in the house here. 2 years in a row, there was a crack in the mason blocks, right where the seal plate is at. And the yellow jackets were going in and out of there. And it was about this time of the year, too. And I saw them going in and out of there. So I tried spraying, and that wasn't working because literally it wasn't going into the nest. So I propped up the shop vac right up by the crack in the sill plate in the mason blocks. And I left that sucker run all day long. I turned it on before I went to work. And then I left it run all day, and it was running when I come home from work, and I let it run all night long. And I'm pretty sure I got every yellow jacket that tried to fly in or out of that crack in the seal plate. And then before I turned the shop vac off, I filled it up full of wasp killer. And I bet you there's 100,000 yellow jackets in the bottom of my shop vac. And then they did the same thing the next year. They found a different place to go in and out of. And I just took care of them one night when the yellow jackets were coming in and out. It was about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. I took some Seven Dust poison powder. And I saw this yellow jacket getting ready to fly out. So I doused him with the Seven Dust. And naturally, they'll carry that Seven Dust back into the hive. And once they take it to the hive, it kills the whole hive. So I didn't see no more yellow jackets after that. Of course, they don't like it either. They say it's odorless, but I know them bees can sense it because some of the bees that was trying to fly back in after I'd sprayed that Seven Dust or dusted with it, the bees didn't want to go in the hole. They was just hovering there like, no, we don't want to go in there. We don't want to go in there. But it doesn't matter. I got the one, and he carried it back to the hive and killed them, so that's good. And then 2 summers ago when we had the house resided, they filled up all the cracks around the sill plate. Yeah, that Seven Dust has a good multi-purpose. You dust your vegetable garden with it, but you got to be really, really careful because it is a poison that you got to wash your vegetables good when you bring them in. You definitely don't want to go down to the garden and just pick something and eat it. You always want to make sure you wash all your vegetables. Seven dust, it might kill flies. You got a gopher, a real live gopher under the porch. Yeah, the yellow jackets always want to get in the house every year. I found them at the downstairs door, the downstairs where my garage door was at, and then the last place was over by the water spigot, all on the east side of the house. Dawn dish soap and water for bugs? Sure. Or you can put a, I know for fruit flies, if you put a little bit of apple cider vinegar out, they are attracted to the apple cider vinegar and they'll go drown in that. That's always a good thing to get rid of the bugs. No, YouTube watcher, they're not honeybees, they're yellow jackets. Yellow jackets, ground hornets, they're all part of the wasp and hornet family. Definitely not honeybees. But I do got a bottle of honey on the counter in there for my biscuits. Nope. Yellow jackets are not bees. They're assholes with wings. I saw that picture once on a Facebook meme. It showed the difference between a honeybee and the yellow jacket. Seriously, Mary, it did. It said right on there, this is a honeybee, and then this is an asshole with wings. That's how they determine the difference between honeybees and yellow jackets. But they're aggressive little boogers, man. I probably get stung once a year by them because yellow jackets are on the apples that land on the ground. They just sit there and they just chow, 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 and chow down on the apples. And they're at the fairgrounds because of all the pop and the sugary treats and everything. So they swarm at the fairgrounds. The fair's next week. Kim Series in the house. Hello, Kim. How are you? How are you tonight? I'm getting thirsty. I need to go get something to drink. Yeah. Hornets are really mean, Janine. I don't mess with hornets. And when the apples are on the ground and the yellow jackets are covered the ground eating the apples, there's probably maybe 3 or 4 hornets that like to join in. Then that becomes the time of the year when the apple trees don't get mowed under until after the frost kills everything off. Yeah, I don't mess with hornets. Hornets are bad hombres. I hear the mouse again behind me. They're everywheres. I gotta go get something to drink. I'm getting very, very thirsty. Talk to the ceiling fan for a minute. You guys have all seen that before. Hello, ceiling fan. Well, lucky for me, I just happened to find the bottle of Lady Bly spiced rum in the freezer, and I had some Pepsi. So here's my rum and Coke, my rum and Pepsi. Lady Bly's like Captain Morgan spiced rum. It's got a good flavor. No, I'm not going to get drunk. Callie's on the night prowl. She wants out, but we won't let her out. That's the one that got chewed up by the dogs. She's back to her old normal grouchy self. She was in the house until I opened up the door, and she snuck right back out here. No. Pose. I ain't posing. She sees something out there. Probably a bug or a mouse or something. The baby's in the house. The baby's in the house with Mrs. Surf in bed, probably. Tigger took off down the steps. So Callie come back out. He's getting big. I got to get you guys another video up on Leo's channel. I know. I got to get you a picture of him. Or send you a little video. He's getting so big. I've gotten up a million times to go to the window and look out to see what I can see what they're looking at, and I can never see anything. But they get their eyes locked onto something. It's comical, really. What time is it? 20 till 11. I will probably wrap this up at 11. Hey, you can't quit yawning. Ew. Flatbush Cats on YouTube. No, but I can look it up and see. Is it entertaining, Janine? Yep, here we go. My phone's getting warm. It's probably going to die. This cracks me up. It didn't get hot at all outside. I wonder if it's got anything to do with being plugged in, CP. Going live and it's being plugged in. I wonder if that's got anything to do with it. The electricity. Could be. I know you keep saying I need a Samsung, but I'm not going out and buying another phone. I don't even think this one's paid for yet. She's a grouchy cat. Well, if I unplug it, it'll die. It's at 29%, but 29% might get me 20 minutes. I'll unplug it. Battery will run out soon. Just as soon as I unplugged it. Oh, it's a cat rescue show. I wonder if Smelly watches that. I know, CP, I know. One of these days you'll get there, sister. One of these days. I probably don't think I'm going to make it until 11. I could put my head back in this recliner right now, shut my eyes, and be out really quick because all I can hear are the crickets chirping outside and some very distant traffic in the background. You sign off good night, then you come back to see if anybody's on when you can't sleep. There's always somebody live, it seems like, even in the middle of the night. Seems like somebody's live somewhere. You just go into their channels and you don't chat, you just listen and read the chats and see what's going on. It's pretty good entertainment. No, I won't. Not at 29%. Well, now let's see. Nope, it's at 27% already. Good night, Kim. Thanks for stopping in. We'll catch you in somebody's live stream tomorrow, I'm sure. Somebody will be live. Here's another yawn to send you off. You mean you were gone, Mary? I thought you was just in the background lurking. That's too bad the phone died on me at the fire chat, but I just wasn't dragging out the mile-long extension cord. But I figured it would have lasted longer than that. What, CP? Mystery Slots is having a casino night and you're the only one playing? Well, I guess that's better odds for you then, isn't it, YouTube watcher? Semi here and semi listening. I got you, Mary. I understand. I'm semi the guy holding the phone to have this live stream going, and I'm semi here and semi listening. What is my favorite color? I really don't know that I have a favorite color. I mean, I like blues, I like greens, some shades of red. I guess I've never really pinpointed down to have a favorite color. I mean, I've always liked the dark green, the forest green. I've always liked that color, and I've always liked emerald green too. Of course, amethyst is my birthstone. I like that shade of purple, the amethyst. So I have a lot of favorite colors. Good night, Janine. Thanks for coming back and stopping in. Keeping my fingers crossed you get your pickup truck fixed soon, and you'll be back in business. There she goes cleaning herself. I used to YouTube watcher. I used to. Back before the drought. Oh yeah, brown and orange, of course, for the Cleveland Browns. Absolutely. Hunter orange is a good color. Whew. Do you have a favorite color, CP? Are you a multicolor liker like myself? Blue's your favorite color? Any particular shade? Royal, navy, baby? Just the color of the sky? All blues but baby blue? Yep, I like blues. Oh, sapphires are a really beautiful color. Mom, when she was alive, she loved the Indian jewelry that was made with the sapphire blue stone imitation jewelry. You know what I mean? I'm sure you've seen it before. Mom used to love that stuff. I think blue was her favorite color. Pretty sure. And it didn't matter if it was the real McCoy or the fake stuff. If she saw that Indian jewelry, she was all over it like Donkey Kong. She had a nice collection of it. Oh, I'm fading, CP. I'm fading. I don't think I'm going to make it. The old eyelids are starting to really, really droop. The chat font is getting fuzzy, even with my glasses on. I gotta go sneak over there and pick up Callie and get her back in the house, cause she'll run from me if she thinks that she's got to go back in the house and she's not ready to. She'll run. Kate's going live tomorrow night. Yeah, well, good luck to her. Yeah. I probably won't make it. She goes late live anyway. live late. You heard that yawn clear to your house, didn't you, Mary? See? Mary's lurking. She's here. She's half here and half not here and half listening. But she heard that yawn. Yeah. Yep, I'm telling you. I remember back in the good old days, 20 years ago, I could stay up all night long. Ugh. We could stay up all night long. We could fish until the crack of dawn, come home and eat breakfast before we went to bed. That was then, and this is now. Wide awake at 6:30, 7 o'clock on my day off, drinking coffee. I get up when my body tells me I can't sleep anymore, CP. And that's 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning. Believe me, I've tried to roll back over and go back to sleep, but it just doesn't happen. You just lay there. And if you're laying there and you're tossing and turning, then your back starts to hurting, so you might as well get up and pour your coffee and hit the porch. That's where I'm at. I'm sure I'll be back out here in the morning about 6:30, 7 o'clock. Cup of coffee in hand. And I still have a crap load of videos to catch up on. I didn't watch any videos from anybody on Friday. Any videos today. Well, I watched Big Rob's video. I saw his video today. It was all I could do to get all my comments answered from my Friday's video and my Friday lunch stream. Yeah, I know you'll definitely be sleeping at 6:30, 7 o'clock. Another purge. Yeah, my sub rate's always going up and down, up and down. You just got to keep plugging at it. You just got to keep throwing that mud on the wall, CP. Something's going to stick eventually. So, guys, I'm closing this out. CP, I'm sure we'll talk to you tomorrow sometime. Tell RJ I said hi. Hope you guys are getting better. I hope you guys are on the mend. And we will chat to everybody else later. Mary G, good night, sweetie. Have a great rest of your evening. YouTube watcher, take care, buddy. I'm going to bed. Definitely. Good night, all. We'll talk to you later.